Hey guys, my name is Rob Noire, this is Phil the Dreamer, and today we have a bit of a different kind of video for you. Recently a lot online I've seen a lot of the retro gamer guys talking about the games they had when they were kids and systems. I just thought it was really interesting, so I thought maybe we'd do a short 10-minute video on the stuff we had when we were kids. Because that really colors a lot of the games that you play when you're an adult, right? And the kind of games that you like and all that. So what was your first system, Phil?
Personally, I remember my first Christmas gift I remember was an NES.
Okay, the front loader classic there?
Yeah, the classic one, the classic gray box.
Yeah.
So, with Duck Hunt and the first Mario Brother.
Yeah, the combo cartridge there, yeah.
Dual cartridge with the gun. What about you?
For me, we had an NES when I was a kid that we got before I was born. I never played it, really. I was too young. Then I think it was about my 10th birthday, we got a combined Christmas present of an N64. And that's probably when I first started gaming. So what games did you have other than the Mario one there?
You talked about the N64, but what's the first game you played?
First game, well, probably Mario 64. The one that was released, I think, this guy right here. The one that came with the console. I think we only had this one for a while. And then I don't know what the second game we got was. Probably Mario Kart 64. That feels about right. Because I know I started getting good at that at a very young age. How about you?
Well, I already stated about Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. But after that, there was the infamous Paperboy.
Ugh.
And
horrible game.
One game that was just called Golf that I used to play with my brother and father.
Golf on the NES? Yeah, that's true. They had a lot of sports games. Was it a black Tengen cartridge?
No.
No, it was official Nintendo. Okay.
Actually official, and of course Blades of Steel.
Yeah, I played that one.
So hockey with my dad and my brother. At the time, it was the big thing about the Canadians and won the cup around that period.
Mm-hmm.
So.
For me, yeah, I played a lot of Mario Kart. Like I said, on the NES, we did have Blades of Steel. And thinking back, I think we had a Sega Genesis, but I never saw it. But for N64, Mario 64 and Mario Kart were the big ones. Definitely Ocarina of Time, which is another one we got early. And then Banjo-Kazooie is probably the next game that I really dug into, you know what I mean? And then we had a few others. We had Paperboy 64.
Oh.
The better version of Paperboy. We had Kirby 64, Diddy Kong Racing. We had a bunch, but probably Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart. Those were the good ones,
Well, personally, I gotta say that at one point there was also Mario 3, which that was an NES. It's an all-time NES favorite classic of mine,
Well, it's considered one of the best Mario games ever. That and Mario World are considered two of the best.
So there was that, and later on when I got older, I got myself I still have my NES, so I bought more, Castlevania and Narc. There was a couple of other games like that. ARC Pro-Am was fun to play.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
So a bunch of game, and as you've seen in the other videos, most of the videos that I review and play are retro are ones I passed a lot of time as a kid. So the Guardian Legend, Willow, which just started, and there's a bunch more. Magic of Sherazad is an awesome RPG.
Okay.
That we're probably going to cover at one point.
Yeah, eventually.
And a bunch of arcade games, of course. At one point I had those cartridges that had mini games on it.
Yeah, the bootleg multi-carts there.
Exactly. It was pretty popular at the end of the life of the NES. I never had a Super Nintendo, but I had a Sega Genesis, so lots of good ones. Phantasy Star RPG, that was pretty awesome. I remember Beyond Oasis, which is an incredible adventure RPG game.
Okay.
And a bunch of other Sega classics. Sonic the Hedgehog, of course.
Yeah, well, that's the Sega game, right?
I mean, if anybody that played Sega Genesis played Sonic 2,
Yeah, well, that's their flagship game was Sonic. That's what they tried to sell the system with. Yeah, for me, after the N64, the first console I got that was mine would have been the PS2. On there, I didn't actually have that many games. I had like the Jak and Daxter series, which was fun, which I actually really like, and I want to do videos on at some point. I was really good at them. And then there was, I had a lot of the Final Fantasies, PS1, but they play on the PS2. Like I had Final Fantasy 1 and 2, I had 5, 6, 7, just like all the ones that we actually got here in like North America, because we got different ones in Japan.
That's right.
I had like up to 10, and I had like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and I had like the Guitar Hero games. That's true, I had Guitar Hero. Other than that though, I don't really remember what else I had on PS2. I didn't have that many. I just played the shit out of them. Well, Final Fantasies are like 60 hours each, right?
Oh yeah.
So
most of them, I guess, those are RPG adventure games you were playing.
Yeah, the majority. I mean, Jak and Daxter I definitely played the shit out of. Like all 4 of them that were out at the time. Those weren't RPGs, but they were like action-adventure games. Did you ever play those ones?
A little bit, yeah.
The first one wasn't that good, but number 3 was like amazing. So, and yeah, what'd you get after your Genesis?
Well, personally, at that point, I was a teenager, so I bought myself an N64.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I played a lot of Mario Kart, of course.
Yeah.
But mostly Zelda Ocarina of Time, which
That's
was
a good one.
An incredible Zelda game, the first 3D one, which was made very well. The second one, personally, I didn't really enjoy that much.
I never played it.
I had Castlevania 64, which I found amazing. I finished the game many times.
Okay.
Good and bad ending. And there was a bunch of others I played, but the biggest library was probably NES.
Okay.
And after that, one point I got my PlayStation. I got it from a friend.
Mm.
And he had Legend of Legaia with it. It's a RPG.
Okay.
Made by Contrail, and amazing game. That's where I got hooked on it. And, of course, played Diablo 1 on it.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other really cool games. And Final Fantasy 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's true. If we're talking about old games, it's true. I did play a lot of old PC games. Like, I played Diablo 1. I played a lot of Diablo 2. Like, I played the shit out of Diablo 2. Like, Civilization 3, Age of Empires. There were a lot of those in there, too, actually.
Well, first PC game for me, I think it was Doom. And it was on an
I never played it.
It was on a really old computer, like back in the day, the 486 or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I think it was that and a game called Heretic.
Okay.
Which is pretty much the prequel to XN, which was on PS1 and Nintendo 64. That's also another game that was incredibly fun to play.
Okay.
Especially on PS1, you could play 2 players, and it was pretty much open world for the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
No,
a lot of
that's
fun,
cool. Next for me probably would have been the PS3, which is where it kind of... I think I got the PS3 when I was like 17. So that's kind of probably where it stopped being as a kid, and I was just a person with a game system. But I still have almost every game I had for the PS3. I broke my original PS3. I fixed it 3 times, and then it was just shot, and I bought another one, which actually is better because it's first gen and it plays PS1, 2, and 3 games. But yeah, that's probably where I started actually like getting a game collection. You know what I mean? Because I had like maybe 12 N64 games, which were like mine and my siblings, and maybe 10, 12 PS2, PS1s. But for PS3, I think I got like at least 25. So, and there's a lot of good ones on that. Too many to get into, unfortunately. But yeah. How about you? What was after the PS2? Anything?
Well, actually, I didn't talk about the PS2 yet.
Oh, the PS1 you were talking about, yeah.
The PS2, actually, I had lots of games on that, but most of the memorable one for me were Romance of Three Kingdom games, which are battle simulators.
Okay.
Taking over. It's a bit like Risk, but much more into details, and it's actually based on real historical facts of the ancient China.
Okay.
It's an amazing series of game, more underground. A lot of people don't even know about it, but if you like turn-based battle simulator, it's really fun.
No, that's
there's
cool.
A whole story to it, and you can choose you can make your own generals and name them and everything. So it's really fun. PS2, I played a lot of Guitar Hero for sure on that.
Oh yeah.
More on PS3 though, Guitar Hero. I played.
Oh really?
Yeah. with with the drums and the mic and everything on the World Tour.
Yeah, I played that too. I think I played it the PS2 version. Yes, I did, but I know
there's a PS2 version. Yes,
but I know I think it was the drums worked for both PS3 and PS2, but the guitars only worked PS2. It was some dumb shit like that. I think I probably still have the guitars at my parents' place or something.
Yeah.
Should do a rockin' out video with them.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. So I guess just to sum up, out of all the games you can remember as a kid, which one do you think would have been your favorite? Or that you put the most time into?
Guardian Legend for NES, I would say.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 7 and 8. Mario 3, that's for sure. Super Mario World, I played a lot too. And
I thought you didn't have a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but friends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And Phantasy Star 2 and 4, which are pretty long RPGs.
Okay, oh, that's cool. For me, it would probably have been Banjo-Kazooie, Jack 3, and Mario 64. I feel like I'm forgetting. And Zelda Ocarina of Time, that's true. I must have beaten Zelda Ocarina of Time like 10 times plus.
Yeah,
everything.
I beat it a few times as well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, and also for PS2, for me, I was the SingStar game, which are karaoke games.
Yeah.
So I was singing a lot with those. At least it was pretty decent.
You ever try a DJ Hero?
Oh no, I wouldn't even try.
I heard it was actually really fun. It just looked dumb as shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it just looked incredibly dumb, but apparently it was actually really fun.
Well, you don't look extremely awesome when you tap on the guitar.
No, you don't. You look, especially when you're super intense.
In that PS3, a lot of Guitar Hero, but also Disgaea, which is a very cool RPG.
Okay, Disgaea, yeah.
And Star Wars Unleashed. The first one was amazing.
Yeah, you gave me one of those, actually. Never played it.
You're lost.
Maybe eventually.
But yeah, a lot of good at PS3. Of course, probably, I think it was Oblivion. That was
Oh, yes, Oblivion I played the shit out of.
I played mostly on my computer, so Oblivion on my computer, Skyrim.
Better graphics.
Yeah, Skyrim, Fallout, 3, New Vegas.
Well, for PS3, there's so many. That would probably be a different video, our favorite PS3 games.
So what would be your favorite games now on all the new consoles?
On the new consoles? Yeah. Shit, I don't play a shit ton of console games. I really like Breath of the Wild. It's true, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have an ongoing playthrough. It's kind of torture, only playing a little bit at a time to make episodes because I really just want to beat it. But that game's really fun. It reminds me of like old school games, though. I mostly just like indie games, to be honest, because most of the big budget titles are just kind of all the same now. You know what I mean? It's just they remake the same game. Nintendow's kind of switching it up, no pun intended, with the Switch. But Nintendo's kind of switching it up. But I don't know. I really like Breath of the Wild would probably be my fave currently, and Shovel Knight. I really like Shovel Knight, but that's an indie game. So, how about you?
Well, personally, I've got a few. I was expecting a lot out of Fallout 4, but was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
So that's not one. But I've been playing The Witcher 3, which is pretty amazing.
A good game. That is a good game.
The Skyrim remake was very good on that too, on PS4.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get that for Xbox One.
And I know Final Fantasy 12, the remastered is out, and I started playing it.
Okay.
So that's pretty amazing. But I did spend a lot of time on Fallout 4.
Okay.
Pretty much did everything.
No, I never got into it. I tried, but I just wanted Fallout 3 again. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one of the series.
I tried to play Fallout New Vegas again, but I already did everything, so it was like.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
It's like nothing new, you know. I really played the hell out of that game, like.
Yeah,
everything.
I know.
I had two characters. One that was extremely good as a messiah, and the other one that was like totally evil and was eating corpses.
Okay.
It was fucked up.
All right, guys, so I think that's where we're going to end this video. Hopefully you enjoyed our ramblings about video games we really enjoyed, and maybe we'll do some more of these in the future.
Give us your opinions. And
what were your...
what were your favorite games as a kid?
What'd you play? System, what was your first console? What are you playing now? What do you like? Yeah, we definitely love to hear it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to comment or...
Don't be scared. We don't bite.
Don't worry.
But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate it, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, my name is Rob Noire, this is Phil the Dreamer, and welcome back to Shovel Knights.
Shovel Knight. Having a lot of fun in the cold plains.
Yeah, we just beat Polar Knight.
This place, I don't really know how to describe it more than I'm just this place. And I don't really know